Y'all love alleging that there's nothing wrong with me because I get confrontational with people on the street or people on the bus. A symptom of PTSD is actually being, they call it hyperarousal. When I get triggered by something or upset by something, I get really upset. And with everybody has a fight or flight response in them. I automatically go for fight. And with PTSD, the fight or flight response is triggered much, much easier than in a normal person who is completely stable. And so when my fight or flight gets triggered, my response is to fight because I come from an extremely violent childhood. And whether y'all like to admit it or not, you are shaped by your childhood. I grew up with going back and forth from my grandparents to my parents. My grandparents obviously were very loving and spoiled me and did everything they could to make up for what they knew was happening at my parents' house. Because both my parents would fly into a rage at the drop of a hat. You didn't even have to do anything for them to start screaming and throwing things and threatening and breaking shit. And it was not like a once in a while occurrence. It was 24/7 in that house. There was always screaming, or you were trying to avoid being screamed at. There was food that we weren't allowed to have. Couldn't have any of the Cokes because those were mom's. And she would fly into a rage if you took one. So it's not unnatural for me to respond the way that I do. You guys just want it to be unnatural. You want to see like anxiety as just huddling in a corner being afraid. Not everybody gets that way. For me, because of the environment I was raised in, I was raised to be an angry, aggressive bitch. And that's what I become very, very easily. And I'm not proud of it, but it is what it is at this point.